Hi folks, we're going to take a look at some of the new textures and biomes that are coming up in the pending release of Xenominer 2.6 for Xbox 360. Welcome to a quick look at Xenominer 2.6 for Xbox 360. We're going to take a look at the new biomes that are coming, some of the new textures, and we're starting off in a world that I've created that's going to be part of a multiplayer persistent environment, and I've taken over the top floors of the Xeno Tower, added all of my AIs and some venting so that we don't have to worry about oxygen while we're there. I built a little offshoot viewing chamber that overlooks the original spawn point, so that we can keep an eye on people coming into the game and grant and remove observer-only access. You'll notice that I've covered that area so that when people spawn in, they don't have to worry about radiation, and I've also added the oxygen supply so that I have to worry about that as well. Over on the other side, I've added a little bit of eye candy, sort of a starting point of where I want to go with this world to grow out from this original base. You'll notice again the use of air vents, and the oxygen is there throughout this assembly, using finished granite and some of the new obsidian. This is the fountain area. Of course, you know, that's just cyan crystal, but it still looks sort of like a fountain when you come in, nice and relaxing in the viewing room. And what viewing room would be complete without its own hot tub? Granted, again, orange crystals, but it still looks cool. I've started the bot working on a lower level that is going to be a sort of a concourse or Zocalo type of shopping environments, depending on where we go with the multiplayer group that starts building. But he's busy digging out the big room, and that'll take him a good amount of time, so good luck, Mr. Bot. This is something that I wish that we could get brought from Swarm into Xenominer, and that is the fact that you don't have to actually jump upstairs in Swarm. That would be a really cool feature, so I think I'm going to press the Gristies for some work on that. Next, we're going to hop over to a hangar work area that I've started working on that is over at the edge of one of the new biomes. This one I just basically dug through the mountainside, and of course we don't need this walkway, but it just looks really cool. Now we're going to duck down into the hangar area that I've been working on. As you can see, just dug this straight through the basalt. No big changes there except for adding the orange crystals. I have added the air system and fabricator. Let's open up the hangar door and we can step out and get our first glance at this new magma biome. For those of you that are familiar with Swarm, you've seen this one, but this is brand new to Xenominer. And you can see now we've got the original crater biome that is now blended into this, and let's take a quick flight around and see what we can see. One other item that you'll notice is the improvements in the minimap. As we start flying around, you'll see things change depending on our elevation and depending on what the things are that surround us. Getting back to the biomes here, you can see we've got our magma biome blending into the new mountain biome that again also came over from Swarm. Really nice blending there, the way things flow together. It's really gives you a concept of top to bottom so far as the planet is concerned. You can see the high points here. We're coming in somewhere at about 100 and I guess maybe 110. Is that 111 is the height of that guy, but where the magma is, that is bedrock level. So in that quick biome change, we've actually gone from bedrock to near the roof of the world, so to speak. So that's another quick look around there. Take a little bit more of a trip. You'll recognize most of the usual culprits so far as the textures are concerned with the materials. Get back over here, fly back into the magma environment. Another thing to remember, if you guys are going to take some scenic trips like we're doing here, be sure that you've increased your oxygen storage levels with your suit equipment, because flying around like this takes a lot of oxygen and you'll find yourself running out of O2 pretty quickly if you've just started and you're playing with the default oxygen tanks. Here we're just flying through some more of the mountain terrain. You'll see the normal balance of basalts and some of the crystals and things down there. You'll see some of the openings and caverns and the way that they've created the mountain environment and how it's very different looking than the crater environment. For those of you that may not be aware of the minimap and what it services so far as the markers are concerned, the blue arrow that you see there, that is not north or south or anything like that. The blue arrow always points to your original spawn location. So in this case, I'm slightly off to the left and below my spawn location as I come back into the hangar. Now notice on the mini-map how our little area here is being displayed. Oh, let's go back and close the door. Let's take another look at just what's going on. I'm going to fly around a bit here so you can see more of what goes on with the mini-map and the various information that's displayed there. As you can see the walkway, you can see the top edge of the ridge here, and then we're coming up on the Xeno Tower. Notice that I've grabbed the top of the Xeno Tower and I've added some Endurium and some atmosphere directs. So far as the solar arrays are concerned, you could also use a plasma cage there to generate power, but that way when you're at the Xeno Tower at your home base there, you've always got power pumping down the tower, so you never have to worry about your batteries running low. And take a peek at the actual spawn point and the way I've set this up so that people that are coming into the game once we go multiplayer don't have to worry about the things that'll kill you before you've been able to build up a good suit and oxygen supply and rad med kits and all of those pieces. This is got you completely sheltered if the sun were out or if the star were out, I guess. Once we come up on the original spawn point, I've segmented this off so that as we're playing in multiplayer mode, I can drop suits and oxygen tanks and rad and med for people to pick up as they come into the game. In this particular seed, I was lucky that there was a huge cavern right off the spawn point that was capable of providing all that I needed so far as the various silicon and aluminum and copper and everything else that's going on there that I needed to get things built and get everything stabilized so far as the AI processor levels. And this thing just goes on and on. You can see bits of it there in the mini-map, showing you that the mini-map actually tracks you underground as well as above ground, so that you can keep an eye on where you're going or where you're headed. Again, the blue arrow, that's not north, that is pointing back to the original spawn point. Rather than spend another 10 minutes digging through this, I'm going to jump into our return to the surface. Notice my use of the yellow light there to indicate where we are for coming back up into the world. Now, real quick, just going to pop up here and show you guys what it sometimes takes to get you to a position where you can do some of the things that I'm working on here. This is the AI core room, and as you can see, I've got my core count stacked up pretty stiffly. I believe I'm running around 710 or so. Of course, added air to the room so I don't have to worry about it. Drop back down to the main floor, and this is where I've got all the centrifuges. And through the magic of the edit, we are now in a completely different seed world. This is one that Bushkill Falls, some of you may know, is working on. That he's created this huge Xeno cavern or catacomb. This is going to be discoverable on the world, utilizing some massive doors, cloudy glass, some rough-hewn granite, some finished granite. It's just, this thing is huge. So let's see if Bush will close the doors for us again there for the effect. And this is just another example of some of the big stuff that can be done. I'm going to back away from the mouth of the cavern here. As I do, watch the mini-map and you'll get a better idea for just how much detail you can get for your surroundings in and on that map. I'm going to jet up here so that you can see the comparison of the mini-map versus what we see visually as you're flying through the area. That's another great new feature in 2.6. And that's a look at some of the stuff coming in 2.6. Thanks for watching.